Hey guys, Drifter here. I've got some very good news for you all. I'm holding another fan meetup, this time in Los Angeles, California, and I'm going to be attending the Call of Duty Championships this weekend. It was very unexpected. The gameplay that you're seeing right now is me using the AN-94 with quick draw stock and red dot sight, sticking my teammates in the back and screaming at him, please don't back into me because you're stuck, and he kept backing into me, eventually getting me killed in this big mess. The gameplay that you're going to see, I'm going to get off to a rough start here with the AN-94 and then go on an absolute tear. One of the best gameplays that I've had since I've been back from PAX, which hasn't been very long. Got a lot of traveling coming up lately, but let's get back to this good news, to this fan meetup. The Call of Duty Championships are this weekend in Los Angeles, California, and I was lucky enough to receive an invite to go, not from just anybody, but Activision. Activision contacted me while I was eating dinner. I don't even know how they got my personal information, but they're good like that, and they asked me if I wanted to go on the house, free flight, travel, most of the food will be free, that sort of stuff, and I was like, let's see, am I going to sit here at home and talk to Ozzy all weekend while my wife works at the hospital, or am I going to go to LA to the COD Championships? I think I'm going to LA to the COD Championships. While I'm there, I decided to hold a fan meetup just because I'd like to meet some people from LA, and an abnormal percentage of you are from the Los Angeles area. Google gives me some sort of relative statistics, and there's a lot of you in California, so I figured I'd hold a big fan meetup. The location of this fan meetup is 6100 Sunset Blvd, Los Angeles, California, 7 p.m. on Saturday the 6th. That's this coming Saturday. It was that unexpected. Matter of fact, Activision, I think I was one of the last people to get the invite. They gave me only a day to prepare. Because of that, there's not going to be any in-depth episodes this weekend. I would like to produce some. I've got some planned. I've got some kind of in my head what I would like to talk about, but I don't have time to film and edit. And when it comes to in-depth, I decided that it's better to do no in-depth or to slowly do in-depth than it is to do in-depth poorly. I want those to be good, regardless of how long it takes, and I hope that the rest of you also appreciate that. But like I was saying, they just contacted me while I was eating dinner. I was like, is this legit? Is somebody trolling me? I had to get on LinkedIn and make sure the people that were sending me messages seemed legit. And I've got plane tickets, going to be leaving pretty soon. As a matter of fact, when you're watching this commentary, I'm going to be on the plane. I have to record this ahead of time and kind of schedule it to upload, but I'm going to be there at the Call of Duty Championships. It's going to be the kind of who's who of Call of Duty. You're going to have developers, pros, YouTubers, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to get a chance to talk to a lot of people, so if you have any suggestions for me as what I should talk to the developers, maybe about the next Call of Duty, maybe even about patching Black Ops, if you have any YouTubers you'd like me to relay a message to, or if you have any pros that you would like me to say anything to, or any recommended classes you'd like to see pros use during gameplay, any particular person, please leave it in the comments. I'm going to get a chance to meet just about everybody that's anybody in Call of Duty that's able to go this weekend, that is, and if you'd like for me to relay any kind of message for them, now is a good time. But back to this fan meetup, you're going to be asking yourself, why Denny's? Why this Denny's? And that's very random that we're going to be meeting at Denny's in Los Angeles. And like I said, I wasn't planning on being in Los Angeles, but I looked at the areas nearby, and Denny's was a very good fit for what I'm looking for. It's very close to where I'm going to be, at least on Saturday, so it's very convenient for me to stop by. It's also a big restaurant. There's plenty of seating, unlike the last time at the Chinese restaurant. We won't have to worry about running out of seats. Also, it's very, very cheap. Denny's is very simple American food, breakfast food. There's pretty much nobody that can't afford to eat at Denny's if they want to. Of course, I don't have it's not my in-laws owning the place. There's no need to buy anything. I'm just going to be going there to eat dinner. You can get dinner if you want. If not, Denny's isn't what we'll call the classiest of places, no dress code. And if you get 8 people in there just drinking water and coffee, they're not going to complain because that happens all the time. It's Denny's, but I like to meet all of you. I do like meeting people. I'm going to be bringing my cell phone with me, taking pictures, taking some video. I've got kind of a big compilation of people that I've been meeting recently. I'm going to upload it in a video. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. I think like meeting all the subscribers, or the face of YouTube, maybe something like that, a compilation of meeting all these people. So that'll go into that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have any Gamma Labs to give away this time. It's so very, very last minute that I wasn't able to get them to ship me any, so there's not going to be any crazy giveaways this time, but you can come and hang out and just have dinner with me, just enjoy yourself. But let's go back to the Call of Duty thing. That's so very cool that they invited me to do this. I was very much so not expecting this. The last time I was in California, that was after the Fallout fan film fell apart, and I was pretty much dying of dehydration. I just didn't know it yet. So when I remember it, it's a really big blur to me, and not just because of the absurd amount of medical marijuana stores that I saw and had to walk through. It was basically the whole outside of the street on Venice Beach. It was a big hot box. But the whole place, it was just kind of crazy. But this time I'm going to get to go back when I'm not sick, when I'm not crazy. I'm going to get to see LA, go around, meet some people. It should be really fun. And I wanted to say thank you to all of you. This isn't something that I earned myself. I got to look at the list of people that are going, and I consider myself to be the smallest or least important person on that list, so I don't exactly know why I'm going, but I'm assuming that there are some very vocal fans or subscribers out there. As a matter of fact, I know there are. I see the tweets. But thank you. If it weren't for all of you that care about these videos for, I guess, technical information for the most part, then this wouldn't be possible for me. So I'm very glad that that happened. And I just hope it'll be a fun trip. The last time I went to MLG, it was really crazy. I didn't get to see as much competition. This time it's not going to be as locked down, so maybe I'll even get a chance to play against some pros. Going to get to meet some pros that I haven't seen before, and everything should be really good. I'm kind of running. I thought that I would be able to talk about this longer in the commentary, talk about the fan meetup and all that, but I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to skip over to actually talking about the gameplay. This gameplay is gameplay that I was somewhat proud of because the AN94 was working for me. I was really feeling it right here. I was able to get all my shots spot on. If you watch the red dot sight, I'm pretty accurate with it in this gameplay. In a lot of other gameplays, I have a tendency to spray. My shots go everywhere. I'm killing people because I'm flanking them, not because I'm actually outgunning them. And this, I don't know what was going on here. I was just talking to J-Hub. I was actually talking to J-Hub about this trip. And that's when I have a tendency to play best, is not when I'm focusing and doing call-outs like, they're flanking B flag, we gotta get on B flag, a sniper in the window, blah, blah, blah. Usually my best gameplays come when I'm just sitting around talking to people, and I'm not so much focusing on the game. I mean, we're talking about the game, we're talking about, yeah, blah, 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 you're going there, oh, were you gonna see Vandahar, you should tell him this, oh, are you gonna do that? But in the midst of all this, oh yeah, by the way, we need to move to B flag, and oh, well, you know, blah, 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 oh, they paid for your flight, that's really cool. Oh, by the way, there's dudes in the middle, you should probably go shoot them. And there's something about it when I'm not thinking as much, when my natural instincts take over in a game and I'm able to just kind of pick up and roll with it, that I play much, much better. I kind of know why. It's because if I'm thinking about it, knowing me the way I do, very analytical, I'm overthinking about it. Every single engagement I run up, it's like I have an AN94, that guy has a, we'll say, FAL select fire. I know the time to kills. I know he's got an advantage on me. Even in these milliseconds, he's hit me once, and I know that I don't have the time to compensate, and then I miss my one shot that could kill him, and I screwed up and I died. But when I'm not thinking about it, I'm just like roll, shoot, cover, shoot, reload, and it works very, very well. I think I came very close to getting another drone here. Not drone. I was thinking droid, like R2-D2 from Star Wars, because that's what I always think about with AGR, is just R2-D2, or Johnny 5 is alive. But this gameplay went very, very well. Also, it was probably one of my better gameplays after being back from Boston. As soon as I got back from Boston, had a lot of videos to work on, a lot of vlogs to work on, a lot of side projects, and it's kind of silly that YouTube is getting so busy that I don't even have time to sit down and just derp about playing video games. Or when I'm doing in-depth, the last in-depth, I was just throwing grenades like crazy, trying to get grenade kills. We're gonna grenade, we're gonna grenade, we're gonna grenade, and not so much actually killing people. This time I was just trying to shoot people, cap flags, perform much better, running out of time again, so we're gonna swap back over to one more reminder about that meetup. I'd appreciate it if you RSVP, just so I can kind of get a feel for who's coming. Also, it helps me match Twitter names for the most part to and email addresses to people that I've talked to before, so I kind of know who is coming that I've talked to before on Twitter, and I can dig up some old tweets and try and remember, because I try and remember as many names as possible. This is a very difficult thing when you get hundreds of messages today, and Lord only knows how many tweets, and even though if I don't remember specifically every single thing about every person, I try to match basic facts to names so that when they come back and tweet me again, I was like, oh, I know who this person is, I know how to interact with them. It's sort of like an internet meet and greet. Anyway, really fun stuff. Sorry there's no in-depth this weekend, but I'm going to be doing some vloggity vlogs. Got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. J-Hub here is mopping up at the end. He was sad. He was like, I got a 6-man feed at the end, blah, 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 all these awesome kills because I'm J-Hub, but it didn't show all of it. Anyway, he had a slightly higher score than me, even though I outkilled him this time. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. Drifter out.